Bickley and Marotta Mornings. Arizona Sports, the local sports leader. Bickley Blast.
Serious MVP discussions will not begin for a couple of months, but the seeds are planted now, and Devin Booker has another great platform at his disposal tonight in Los Angeles. The Suns play the Lakers for a Final Four berth in the NBA's in-season tournament. It's Book and KD against LeBron and AD. It's sizzle and star power from the Staples Center in the house of Kobe. For the Suns, it's a chance to prove that Book and KD have the firepower to carry this team to the highest of peaks, regardless of Bradley Beal's back. The duo is now 15-2 since Durant came to us in an overnight trade and looking better all the time. But for Booker, this is another chance to climb the ladder. The NBA is a league in transition at the moment, with an entire generation of aging stars approaching the end of Hall of Fame careers. Whether you're talking about LeBron, KD, Steph, Kawhi, Jimmy Butler, Chris Paul, and others. Meanwhile, Booker is only entering his prime right now when it's time to start collecting the really big trophies. So I'm guessing tonight's game is speaking to Booker in that special way, giving him a stage to show he is now among the elite few players in the game, the guys at the head table, and judging by what he did at Madison Square Garden in New York earlier this season, I suggest you have your popcorn ready. All right, today's Bickley Blast brought to you by my great friends at Chapman BMW, who make luxury attainable. Find them online at chapmanbmw.com.
Yeah, missing any game is tough. I'm excited for this one. I know they're playing well as of now, and they're back healthy. They have their roster back, so it'll be a heavyweight match in LA, and a lot on the line. Winner goes to Vegas, so. I think everyone's looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
That was Devin Booker Saturday after he returned to play against the Memphis Grizzlies. 34 points in that game. Right now, you look at we knew this was a top-heavy team, and you mentioned it. 15-2 regular season when Booker and Durant played together. Even if you spread that out to the playoffs with the 6-6 performance last year, 21-8 with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant together. Mm-hmm. So that bodes well. But right now, Kevin Durant averaging 31 points per game. Devin Booker just a shade under 28 points per game. That's
pretty good, Vinny.
This growing sentiment, and we went into this season with a lot of people saying, well, this Suns experiment of not having a point guard will be interesting. Mm-hmm. Over the summer, they said, yeah, it'll be Bradley Beal's job. It's not Bradley Beal's job for a number of reasons. First, the back
for one
injury.
big reason, yes.
Yes. And secondly, because Devin Booker has taken that and run with it. To the point now where people are asking, is he the best point guard in the NBA? That's how quickly...
A little premature for that, in my opinion.
I agree with that as well, but the fact that it can be with a straight face presented by basketball experts is saying something.
So you don't see anything changing when the big three does play? You don't see Beal at least splitting time handling the ball?
There'll be some. It's not going to be even Saturday's game against Memphis. Mm-hmm. Devin Booker was off the ball quite a bit. Like, it wasn't him initiating offense. It was a collection of players bringing the ball up, and then once they got into the half court, things would change a little bit. Bradley Beal will be a secondary ball handler.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah. And look, Kevin Durant declared it so in that press conference. Mm-hmm. He identified Devin Booker as the point guard. Yes, we got our point guard back.
That was like 2 injuries ago.
Yeah. So right. Yeah. So I really do believe that the NBA is this interesting tapestry of aging stars who have been transcendent for an entire generation. I could even throw James Harden in that list and Paul George. There's a whole slew of guys who are 32 and above who are not necessarily on the brink of retirement, but coming out of their primes. And it applies to a lot of guys. And I think clearly Nikola Jokic, who incredibly leads the league in scoring, rebounds, and assists. That's hard to do. That's hard to do.
Pretty ridiculous.
That's pretty ridiculous. But I think Devin Booker, I think when you talk about fierce competitors, I would like one day to hear Michael Jordan talk about Devin Booker. We know all about Devin Booker's connection with Kobe. We know that's kind of where Booker's heart is, and that's kind of the legacy that he kind of is attached to. But as I've told you before, as a guy that was blessed to cover Jordan, I do see, not necessarily in their on-court game, but the ferocity, the trash talking, the hardcore, the ruthless, apologies, Sarah, the ruthless nature of him. That is very, very reminiscent to me. And it counts for something. I think if you polled the NBA right now, if you polled GMs and coaches and they said, who is the most fierce competitor in the NBA, I'd be really surprised if Devin Booker did not win that.
It's like a coach.
I think Jimmy Butler's there, but I think Devin Booker's at a different level.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a coaching tree in a way where Kobe's idol was Jordan, so he did everything to imitate, emulate, become him.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, Devin Booker's idol / mentor was Kobe, so it's sort of just one degree of separation from Booker and Jordan. And remember, they had that interaction. What was it, over the summer?
Did I ever tell you my story about Kobe Bryant interviewing him in the last row of a plane? Did I ever tell you that? It was all about this subject. So I was on a plane with Team USA. I was working on that book with Jerry Colangelo. And at the beginning of the flight, I went to Kobe. I said, listen, man, if you get a minute, I would love to talk to you. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm working on. I'd love to talk to you. I'm way back. I'm in the back of the bus, Kobe, right? And so a couple hours go by, 3 hours go by. I'm starting to drift off, and I look up, and there's Kobe standing right there in the aisle at the back of the plane. He sits down next to me. Faint smell of alcohol on his breath, sits down next to me, and we have this great conversation. I still have it on tape, by the way. And we talk about Jordan. And I said to him, you look like you're trying to be a derivative. You look like you're trying to imitate Michael Jordan. And he told me this story about how that's not true, about how if you saw my daughter play basketball, you see how she kind of like leaves her tongue out just like Jordan did, because that's what Kobe did when people started. And then there were the speech patterns and all of that. So that derivative nature always followed Kobe, always, right? And it's part of the reason why people love Kevin Durant. The Kevin Durant fans, there's no other Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is just Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think Devin Booker is kind of in that lane. He's a remarkable compilation of skill and attitude and commitment.
Well,
the commitment thing is gigantic.
It's a fascinating subject, but I also think the physical stature of players leads to that derivative talk. I mean, Jordan was 6'6", 198. That was basically what Kobe was. Devin Booker's about 6'5", 6'6", about 200 pounds. So the physical stature leads to the comparisons. We've never seen a player like Kevin. I mean, Kevin Durant was the first to come along, 6'11", 7 feet tall, with his skill set, with that slender build,
right.
being able to do what he does.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why people, to a much bigger degree, are fascinated with Victor Wembanyama, because we've never seen that before.
So if Devin Booker is the player of the game tonight, and I'd probably bet on him to be the player. If he is, it's going to be a statement to share the court with those four guys, the other three guys. And if he is the guy tonight, I think it's going to go a long way.
We shall see. There is a lot of star power on that floor at Crypto.com.
Arguably two of the 10 greatest players of all time.
Yeah. I don't even think you could. I think
LeBron and Durant.
Who else?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alex Fudge.
Alex Fudge.
When Alex has to lie just a little bit.
What happened when Alex falls into Jake Browning? Or Jake Browning falling, whatever. Alex Fudge.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Carlin, and there's two away.
Are you back in a slump?
Are
you back in a slump?
There was something
Have you told a good joke in a while?
Yes.
When was that?
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.